And we're good. Back to the grind. No new notifications or reminders. Jill wants to buy a fan, even though it's winter. Buying one will prevent her from getting too distracted. Let's get a fan. It's just a fan. Fans are good though, really good. There we go. Jill bought what she wanted and she's pleased with herself. She will surely focus at work. Let's see here. This has new notifications. Pollution to reach historic levels next year. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change, Glitch City still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. As a result of this backwards policy, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year. Our contamination levels will force the whole population to move away from a lot of areas within the city. Seoul is dying at an alarming pace, said experts in a report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you better get used to it. Okay. The Augmented Eye is being attacked. Hi everyone, we take your security seriously here at the Augmented Eye, and we have the obligation to disclose that recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves, or a very good impersonator. I want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit to just factual news and not entertainment pieces. Sincerely, the AE staff. Alarms rise as the Apollo Trust Bank suffers terrorist attack, updating. High-tech screens at downtown Casanova announced what seems to be a terrorist threat aimed at the Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is already inside the building. The White Knights counter-terrorism unit responded to the threat immediately. However, the bank was then locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTU's Chloe Bauer told AE. The bank has been sealed shut using its own disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals at the bank were working at the time. The building is basically sealed at this point. The hostages are trapped. Okay. Seems to be all the updates, so we're just gonna go work. December 17th. Good evening. Huh? I didn't expect you today. I was waiting for you to call and say you wouldn't be coming or something. Things at the Apollo Bank are getting ugly, so that means more people will be looking for a drink. You can take a break, you know. Quite the hard worker. And the streets are not exactly safe right now. They've never been when you get down to it. And besides, I can't afford to not come with the bar closing soon. Wonder if any bars used impending closure as a means of getting their employees to work. Seems like the total opposite would happen. Not to mention I get bored out of my brains in my apartment, so I'd rather come here anyway. What did you say? Nothing important. Jill isn't back yet? Nope, I wouldn't worry too much about him, though. If you say so. That girl's still here? Yep, she was sleeping so peacefully I felt bad about waking her up. So, would you mind doing that for me? Actually, yes, I mind. But you're the boss, and it's kind of my fault she's here in the first place. Sorry about that. Hey, young lady, sleep another hour and we'll have to start charging you a motel fee. Oh my god. Where am I? Oh, right. The shoddy downtown bar. Let's see. All my gear is in place. And neither my pants nor my panties, shirt, or bra have been displaced. Oh, it's the flat bartender. Good morning. Good evening. Evening. Oh, well, it's the best night or day of sleep I've had in quite some time. Sorry for all the trouble I may have caused you today or last night. Don't worry. You're so nice, flat bartender. Thanks for taking care of me. Bye. Thank God. Hello guys and gals, Stream Chan's back in action with her batteries reloaded. Ah, the moon, it burns! I feel like I've just unleashed something terrible into the world. Come on, it's not that bad. Say, what's this bottle? Client gave it to me yesterday. Gift of sorts, I'm guessing. Oh, cool. Some sort of rum. Rum. Nice. Want me to serve you a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Here. Alright. Gonna enjoy this in my office, thanks. Anytime. Okay then. We got Synthestitch. Oh, there it is. Not that one. Shuffle. Time to serve, mix, and change lives. Wait, that's not how it goes. No one here to retort. And it feels lonely without Jill here. Just hope the restlessness in the streets doesn't lead to dangerous or weird types coming in here. That's a brain. It's a brain in a jar. Good evening. Holy shit, that was a record-breaking jinx. Welcome to Valhalla. What can I get you? I'll have a blue fairy. Don't make a joke about becoming real. Don't make a joke about becoming real. On it. Blue fairy. One of these will make all your teeth turn blue. Hope you brush them well. A little bit. Just a little bit. Here you go. Nice, yeah. This is the thing. So, how are you gonna... Oh, you can grab stuff. Should have figured as much. You can drink stuff and eat. I have the same system Lilum do. Can I ask you something? Or Miss Taylor. Call me Taylor. Just Taylor. And yes, a cutie like you can ask me anything. Okay, Taylor. You have to be the first person I met that didn't go, okay, just Taylor. Not too easy. You are a brain in a jar, right? I'm sure not a hologram of that. I'm sure. Yep, I'm a bona fide human brain in a jar. So, how? Why? What, does my handsomeness make you speechless? Not something a girl sees every day, and that's saying quite a bit in these parts. Fear not, for I have a speech prepared for these situations. Speech. You're seeing one of the 5 great living bottled brains of the world. We are brains living in conditions that allow us to exist as any other humanoid creature, all while computers in our jars scan our activities. In a slow but steady manner, we are helping the world understand the inner workings of nature's most complex computer. Guessing you prepared that after being asked the same question too many times, huh? Not out of exasperation or anything like that, mind you. I just wanted to have something thoughtful prepared. Look, I even have a couple of pamphlets with me. You want one? Sure. It brings one of our world's 5 brains in a jar to this place, though. Oh, I'm from around here, actually. I just wanted to take a walk for the first time in quite a bit of time. Have you come here before? Sadly, no. Otherwise, I'd remember a cute face like yours. Speaking of which, can I have your name? It's Jill. Jill. It's a really cute name. Thank you. Say, weren't you scared of going outside today? What with the commotion around and all? Didn't stop you from coming here either, did it? Yeah, you're right. It's gonna take more than cryptic but ominous news to stop me. You're awfully energetic, did you know that? Sorry, does that bother you? No, not at all, just that I figured a brain in a jar wouldn't be so happy. While I was alive, my body got to a point where there wasn't much I could do. This new state of existence allows me to accomplish more than I ever could before. Plus, I'm doing something that'll help people in the long run. Wouldn't you be happy? I wonder. Do you want to make me happy, Jill? Depends on what it takes. Don't worry, just give me a beer. Alright, then yeah, I'll make you happy. Traditionally brewed beer has become a luxury, but this one's pretty close to the real deal. Here, a beer. Ah yes, no matter what happens, beer is always good. It's interesting though, just yesterday I was talking to a client about brain uploads. You were? Yeah, we were talking about how even if you upload your brain, you'd still be here. I thought about that too. Do you think that you in the cybernetic environment would feel like she was indeed transferred? Like would she remember everything, like waking up someplace else and so on? That's an interesting question. I was actually thinking earlier about being able to transfer someone's brain into a Lilim. One of the brains is being used in such an experiment, actually. They can make a functional Lilim. Unfortunately, the wiring and other such stuff makes it look more creepy than anything. They aren't transferring his identity or anything, though, just wiring him to a body. Oh. I think someone would rather do that than float around exposed in a jar. I have to admit, the whole brain thing does look creepy. But the body I'm telling you about is just uncanny looking. Speaking of uncanny, how did you feel when you saw yourself like this for the first time? It was quite a shock, actually. It didn't last too long, though. I never was too attached to my body. Later in my life, that was almost literal. You know what the downside to this body is? I can't get drunk. If you want to call that a downside. If you wanted to drink alcohol for the taste, there are many alternatives. Drunkenness is part of the whole experience. Why though? Lilim can get drunk with no problem. Yeah, but in their case, their brain's a computer attached to their body. Getting drunk causes their brains to reduce the input speed to their bodies. Depending on the model, their drunk subroutine might throw in a different behavioral cycle even. It's hard to get drunk when the whole point of you being in a jar is figuring out exactly how you work. Yeah, you're right. Hey Jill. Oh, Alma. Just oh Alma? Where's the courtesy one would expect from plebeian bar staff? Welcome to Valhalla, what can I get you? Happy? Not when you put it that way. Why hello there, beautiful. Yeah, it's a brain in a jar. You hurt my feelings with that, darling. Sorry, you don't see talking disembodied brains every day. I mean, I did work a summer in Lilim maintenance, but even then, those were talking heads. Oh, don't worry about it. At least you're not running or fainting. Your name was Alma, right? I'm Taylor. Nice to meet you, Taylor. Say, Alma, can I buy you a drink? Sorry, I only date people who are at least 50% organic and have at least one face. I know just what to strive for, then. Just kidding, it'd make me happy to make you happy by buying you a drink. Does that bother you? I guess if Jill's the bartender, I don't have a problem with that. Awesome, I'll pay for your next drink then. What will you have? I'll have a cobalt velvet. And you, Taylor? I'm fine, actually. Gonna have me drink alone? Don't want to drink that much. Okay then. Cobalt velvet. It's like champagne served on a cup that had a bit of cola left. Rocks mix. Your drink. Hope you enjoy it. You know, you've been nicer to me these past minutes than at least 3 guys have been in the last year. Judging from the way you two talk, I'm guessing you've been a client here for a while now, right? Only for about half a year or so, if memory serves right. Really? One would think it's been longer. Feels like it's been longer. Shut up, you love me and you know it. So you just started coming here and that was it? Well, the first time I came here, the other guy, speaking of which, where's Pablo? Jillian. Archimedes. Dunno, adventuring or something. Anyways, the other guy served me the first time I came here. Nothing unusual there. Next time I showed up, Jill here was the one serving, and I don't know, I feel like she just gets me. There's this chemistry. We click. We click, she says. The fact that I feel more chemistry with her than with many other people is kind of sad, though. It's always good to see a nice friendship. Sadly, it's getting late, and I've got to go. I'll leave you two lovely ladies alone. See ya. Bye. Please come again. A tailor sure was nice. But weird at first, though. Apparently one of 5 brains being studied by scientists or something. There's a summary of it in this pamphlet. Let's see. Oh yeah, I've heard of them before. Can't believe I actually met one. Say, Alma, how many people are there in your family? Just curious. Well, aside from my mom and dad, we're 4 sisters and 1 brother. Funnily enough, we all have names that start with the first 5 letters in the alphabet. So you're the eldest one. No, I'm actually the middle kid. You're the middle kid, but your name starts with an A. Don't think too much about it. I never said the order reflected our ages. My sister Carlotta's the eldest one, and then there's Diana just before me. Then comes Ava, and at the bottom lies Bella. The youngest one is Bernardo. Never been alone, I'm guessing. Can't complain about that, I guess. Helps that we were never 5 in the same house. By the time Evita and Bernie were born, Diana and Carlotta had already moved. Speaking of my family, today I came because I needed a break from everything that's been going on with them. Do you live with them? No, but Evita and Bernie do. Not to mention I visit them almost every day. Anyway, my second eldest sister, Diana, just separated from her husband. It's not even been a week, but she's already got some other guy in her bed. She left her kid with her husband's parents and pretty much forgot about them. Never mind the fact that they need to go to school and all that. Damn. Diana's life has always been messy, but these days she's really making it big. She wants time for herself to live her life. She didn't think about that when she married the guy at 20. She didn't think about that when marrying a guy she had only known for like 3 months. You should take your own advice. Hey, I'd never marry someone who could catch my attention so quickly, okay? Sure, there was that one time when it almost happened, but I blame the damn stadium kiss cam. Kiss cam? I was going out with the guy my little sister introduced to me. Seems he was her friend's brother or something. We went out a couple of times and he invited me to a basketball game. The mood was nice, but then later the kiss cam focused on us and instead of kissing me, he proposed. I almost got caught in the mood and accepted. Huh? So I take it you rejected him in a stadium on the fucking kiss cam. We went out for like 3 weeks. I don't know, maybe he wanted to get to my pants with the old sex on the wedding night line. But I honest to God can't understand why he thought it would be a good idea. Sounds too convoluted, you know, proposing and waiting for the wedding night just for sex. Never underestimate the lengths a man is willing to go to get you in their bed. Seen more convoluted plots over the years. Feeling tempted to ask, but I'll pass. Want anything else? What's that bottle? Oh yeah, it's just some rum the client gave me yesterday. Gift? What did you do? Good enough service, I'm guessing. Cacique. Huh. Interesting name. What does it mean? Cacique is the name of the chieftain in some native tribes. I see. Do you want me to serve you some of this? I'll pass. I don't have too many good memories where rum's involved. Give me a fringe weaver instead, will you? Alright. It's like drinking ethylic alcohol with a spoonful of sugar. 1 fringe weaver. What kind of memories do you have with rum? Nothing you need to worry about. Okay. Alright, now it's my turn to ask questions. About what? What kind of family is your family? Well, I'm an only child. My mom and dad split amicably. My mom was a violinist, so she was always away from home with the orchestra. I spent most of my time with my dad, my aunt, and my grandpa. Aside from that, I'd say my childhood was quite uneventful. Huh, didn't you get something like your mom's artistic vein or something? I played the violin until I was around 16, I think. What made you stop? I don't know. I just kind of said that's it one day and stopped. What about cousins or the rest of your family? I see very little of them, actually. Mainly because my dad moved away from most of them. Most of my mom's family live in France to boot. So your mom's French? Yep. Can you speak French? Mon agresor est plein d'anglais. Yes. Ooh, what does that mean? Rubbish? I don't know. I can't speak French. I did try though, but college started and I stopped taking classes. Funny thing, I actually have a cousin from my mom's side that lives close by. But you'll be hard pressed to make me spot him in a crowd. Kinda lucky, you know? All of my mom's side of the family lives here. Chances of me meeting someone I'm related to on the street are ridiculously high. But yeah, that's the primer on my family. Nothing too interesting, sadly. Your mom's a French violinist and you call that uninteresting? Wondering if your family has ever made a fuss about you being a hacker. Hacker makes it sound too exotic. It's like if I called you a mixologist. Please don't. Ever. Sounds like something somebody would say to make bartender sound sophisticated. See? I mean, hacker is a good way to summarize it, but it's not the best. I'm a security consultant. People want to find flaws in the security of their systems, and I do my best to pinpoint where it breaks. Be it Glitch City or anywhere else in the world, they need security. I'm their woman. You've told quite a few stories about cracking databases to retrieve info like some sort of mercenary, though. That doesn't change the fact that hacker is not the best term to use. Makes the whole thing sound illegal when it's actually an honest job. Didn't you tell me you once secured some incriminating pics from a guy's cell phone? A mostly honest job, sheesh. What made you become a hacker, by the way? I've always been a sucker for puzzles. Even as a kid, I always had a Sudoku or crossword with me. But at some point, they started feeling kind of samey. So when I started college, I took a course on system security. Felt like the kind of puzzle I was looking for. I mean, there are all kinds of things involved in breaching net security. You need to attack the stuff from different angles. And it's something that's always evolving. The whole point of everything is to strengthen security. Every time you think you've got the gist of it, they change everything. So it's kind of like an always evolving puzzle. Puzzle I help make harder at that. Huh, I didn't think about it that way. It is less action-y than what movies make it up to be, though. No real-time frantic typing, nothing like that. Still, seeing my code break through something, it's an amazing feeling. Do you have anything else? I'll have a classy drink. Any classy drink. Here goes nothing. Oh, classy drinks. Brandini. Eight out of 10 smug assholes would recommend it, but they're too busy being smug assholes. Here. Bravo, you made me very happy. Woohoo, I guess. You know, sometimes I feel you know me better than all the guys I've been with. I feel compelled to ask how many guys you've been with. If we're talking about serious, long-lasting relationships, just a handful. Casual dating and one-night stands, on the other hand. Why do that? Why go through so many people? Hey, it's not like I take every guy I see to bed. Who do you take me for? You know what I mean. Yeah. That's something I don't have an answer to, actually. Maybe I'm just a romantic that loves having someone to cuddle with. Maybe I just get lonely. Maybe there's a deep-seated psychological reason behind it all. Maybe I'm just horny. Whatever the case, I just kind of feel like it's a quest I shouldn't give up yet. Well, it's not like I'm too different. Until recently, I too had a streak of one-night stands. Really? What made you stop? Reasons. What is it? Tell me. Maybe later. It's time for my break. Come with me. Huh? Why? Can't I stay here, away from the cold? I don't trust you. You could fit a bottle between those tits of yours and nobody would know. Why not just say, please come and let's keep talking at the back of the bar? You got the message. Now come. Guide me, then. Boss, I'm taking my break. Call me if anyone comes in. Sure. What are you doing? Save. What's wrong with me? It's now safe to keep playing. Cold, 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 cold. We're just gonna keep it down. Sure is chilly out there. It's kind of refreshing. The hobo out there seems like a nice guy. Billy Vine? Yeah, he's a cool guy. Very respectful. Apparently got into some legal trouble and that's why he's like that. Really? Could also just be a very nice crackhead though. So are you gonna tell me? What? Why did you stop having one-night stands and all that? I started working here. I don't know. After I started working here, I felt like I didn't need to do that anymore. Maybe I was just lonely. Aw, how cute. I also got fed up with everyone complaining about me smoking on the bed. You're gonna burn the bed with that. Yeah. If you ever need a hug, just let me know. You don't need one-night stands for that. You left me thinking, though. What's your thing? Your fetish? Strike me as the kind to have an overpower fetish of sorts. You want to feel totally swayed by someone. Have consensual yet forceful sex with your partner. Did I hit bullseye? You have quite the imagination, girl. Honey, some service here. I'm here, don't scream. Oh, were you two hanging at the back of the bar? What kind of stuff were you doing? Just talking. Is that what they call it these days? What do you want? Something soft, something sweet, no alcohol, please. Wouldn't it be the same if you just grabbed a soda from a vending machine? But I like you. Do you dislike my presence so much? Sweet and non-alcoholic, you say, alright. Sugar rush, sweet, light, and fruity, as girly as it gets. That's it. Here, like you asked. See, you don't get this kind of treatment from vending machines. Unless you're Lawrence. But he has this weird idea that good service is the same as selling lukewarm cans of cola. Lawrence? Friend of mine. He's a vending machine. Oh. Oh, but how impolite of me. I am lovely, and my name's Dorothy. Dorothy Hayes. Nice to meet you. Oh, I'm Alma. The pleasure's mine. Dorothy, you say? Yep. Why? Nothing. I guess I've heard about you before. Really? What kind of stuff? Tell me. Mostly about your, pluckiness. And here I was thinking it was because I'm a sex worker. So much for trying to be subtle. Hey, I take pride in my job, otherwise I wouldn't be doing it. Isn't it dangerous? I know how to take care of myself. Thank you very much. Where do you work, Alma? I'm a hacker. Really? A full-fledged hacker? Not the kind that sees a computer logged into some account and says, that's hacking, right? No, of course not. I've always been curious about how being a hacker works. Do you just start typing really fast while waiting for something to happen? No. I can explain, but I don't know if you'll get it. You won't know until you try, right? Last time I said that, I had to jam the plastic replica of a halogen light bulb of a grown man's ass. It was a success. Okay then. Let me try to explain in general how it works. Let's say I have to retrieve information from a company's database. Alright? First, I do some research on the target. OS, servers, how the information is stored, and all that. There have been a couple of occasions where I had to go in blind, but they're the exception rather than the rule. First, I secure things from my side. I start working behind proxies, websites, and through other more vulnerable computers I find on the way. After that, I start testing the networks. I go through the basic protocols, try known exploits as long as they don't trigger any alarm. Once I've tested the ground, the fun starts. I go through all the security protocols and look to bypass them. Sometimes I have to look deeper into the code for the password itself. I see. Then, when I'm finally in, I go and retrieve user privileges. After that, I go and try to become a super user and get what I need. How do you do that? Well, there are a couple of ways. I can use a pre-made program to hack into an already existing account. I can use info someone already gave me. But the usual way is using a buffer overflow. Buff. What happens next? What happens next? I create a backdoor in the system before leaving and covering my tracks. I can't handle it anymore. Alma, hack me. Hack me like you've never hacked anything before. Huh? Make my buffer overflow, create a backdoor in me, escalate your user privileges, find flaws in my security. I need to stop playing fucking kinky games. Sorry, I got carried away. No shit, what happened? Have you seen those movies or books where a couple does something like paint a picture or cook, but they make it sound like they're having sex instead? Suggestive scenes, yeah? Well, that whole thing was kinda like that for me. Really? I guess humans don't really get it because their minds don't upload to networks or anything. But trust me, if you recorded yourself giving a really detailed explanation in a really sexy voice, you'd make millions. Horny Lilim are an unexploited market. I see. Oh, looks like my ride is here. Your ride? Yep, my brother-in-law came to look for me. Is it alright to ask that from him? It's okay, I've known him since preschool. It just so happened that he got married to my sister. Hey Dorothy, you need a ride? Can you drop me by 3rd Street? Sure, it's on the way. Yeah, I'll take your offer then. Bye, honey. Later, Jill. Take care. The street seems noisy. Oh, a client. Hello, welcome to Valhalla. What can I get? Such a small yet comfortable place. I don't... You... Your character design confuses me, sir. Truly an oasis of spiritual drinks in the midst of the suburban desert. A place where lost and corrupt souls can gather to forget their troubles for a while. A nest where everyone from the most pathetic scum to the vilest trash junkie can just sit to kill their insides. Truly a real persona non grata. That's Latin for mysterious place, by the way. I'm so smart and philosophical. Okay. Alright, we got ourselves a persona non grata here. What will you have then? 17. Excuse me? I said 17. 7 plus teen. What does that mean? What does it mean to you? Just to be sure, 17 is about the drink you want, right? Only if you want it to be. Want 17? I don't know how to help you. Let me just go down the list and see what I find. I guess something with 17 ingredients? So that's 10. That's also 10. 1, 3, 7, 47. And it would be 14 if I doubled it. 10. 5. I can double it and then just add 7 Carnitrine. I guess. I don't know what else. Or something that costs 170? It's all 6. 5 and 5. It's 10, that's 5. This costs 170, so I'm just gonna make this and then make it have 7. I'm just gonna make it big with 7 chromatrine, right? I don't know. That's the best I can think of. Okay, explain. The total of ingredients here add up to 17. Beautiful. What brings you here, Mr. I'm Armandio. Virgilio Armandio. See, I introduced myself using the Asian order because that's a lot more polite? Right. And I came here looking for an otherworldly experience. I was passing by and saw this place is called Valhalla. You would be correct. I want to see the souls of resting warriors, the wounded spirits of noble souls. A golden hall full of never-ending banquets, the lively Valkyries looking over them. Here's some arcade machines on the corner. Just double checking. You're fine. No, you're taking me too literally. You see, I'm being poetic. I'm giving a mystical air to a mundane affair. I wanted to see drunk people. I wanted to see waitresses and food. I wanted to see the bar in all of its decadent glory. Well, you're out of luck. Today's been quite the slow day. Not that I'm very surprised, given how things have been going on in the streets, though. Humans are a nasty bunch. That much is true. Making a ruckus, coming at each other, but that's to be expected from the only mammal to kill its own. I'm no zoologist, but I'm pretty sure that's not the case. Oh yeah? Then give me an example, not zoologist bartender. Like I said, I don't know exact details, I just know that isn't right. If memory serves right, once a lion takes over a pride, every cub born from another lion is killed or something? Takes over a pride? You can't take over pride. Pride isn't a tangible thing. You need to stop making things up, not zoologist bartender. Oh, I've realized who this is. Not gonna do that, though. That would be too much. But going back on topic, do you know what the number 17 means? The atomic number of chlorine? No, and Chloe is a name, not a number, you know. The group where halogens are in the periodic table? Stop making up words like halogens, periodic, and table. Okay, then I give up. 17 is us. Every human has 17 pairs of chromosomes. That number is the whole foundation of you and me. No. 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 It's 23. What is? Humans have 23 pairs of chromosomes, not 17. Well, they're both primal numbers, so it's the same idea. Primal? Do you want anything else? I'd like a single plum floating in perfume served in man's hat. Okay. Bloom light, blue fairy, brandtini, cobalt. Plum floating in perfume in a man's hat. I don't fucking know. I have no idea what this guy wants. We're just gonna give him a dead Zen star. This is what we're gonna do. I don't understand what you want, so we're doing this. Because I have no idea what the fuck that means. Unless... Wait a minute. What the fuck is this? Well, we're doing this. There you go. Here. Ha! You didn't. Wait, you did. Enjoy. I will. I'll drink this, perfume. You don't really have to. Yeah, that'd be silly. You win this round, bartender. Hey, bartender, have you ever thought about death? How? What if we're already dead? Both of us. What? What tells you I even existed before I entered that door? You didn't. You didn't, 'cause this is a video game. How can you assure me that this reality is real and we were not in fact in heaven or hell all along? You're neither. You're in a video game. What if everything up to this point is just some stupid story written by an unemployed 20-something in his room? That seems more likely. I could punch you to make you feel reality. I don't care about any of that, actually. This reality is real for me, and that's all that matters. Such a closed-minded way of seeing things. You need to get away from the factual facts. Open your mind to things beyond your reach. You'll never reach enlightenment if you don't start. The habanera has started. It means the twilight of the gods in German, by the way. No. Well, you're on your own. Bartender, enjoy your new world order. What? A couple of nearby cars exploded, it seems. Oh, hell. Let me take a look out the window. Be careful. You see lots of flashes in the distance, most likely gunshots. Jill, come here a sec. What? About 5 gigabytes of reports proving that several White Knight squads have been used to cover illegal actions were released to the public by an unknown anarchist group. We're receiving reports of several units going rogue and using their weapons to hunt down anyone they find on the street. Several counterterrorism forces from neighboring cities have been dispatched in order to subdue the crazed units after a plea from the vice president. We're still waiting for a declaration from Zaibatsu Corps' CEO on the subject, but until then, things are ugly in and outside of the bank, it seems. I'd recommend you stay here tonight. It's too dangerous to even think about going outside. What if they break in? They won't. Even then, the bar has quite the security system. And I'll be here protecting you as an added bonus. Yeah, I guess I'll stay tonight. I guess you're the spare mattress I have. Do you mind sleeping in my office? No, I guess that's fine. Good. Now, let's hope everything gets solved by the morning. I'll have Zenkantu on hand, just in case. A metal bat with nails? There's nothing it can't bash! Sigil 4. Hope everything's better by tomorrow. Zero mistakes. Lots of tips. Magical. This looks like Celestia Ludenberg. I don't know why, I just had the thought. It is now save to keep playing. Rise and shine! Hey, good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends. And any other day. How's everything outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corps' president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing, like they were petrified somehow. You make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everything in place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of the whole building. Sure, there are still some bad apples out and it's not really safe yet, but it was worse last night. There also seems to be a civilian force lynching any White Knight they spot. So not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folks are on edge too. I wonder if Sai is okay. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that, whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say, even safer wherever he is than here. I sure hope so. Are we gonna work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take the Sunday off. Oh, alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd appreciate that. Okay then, let me lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, wanna hang out for a bit? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit. Mostly to thank you for helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so yeah, sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer. I was gonna say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me? Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though, smoke if you wanna. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? Gets cold from time to time, but nothing the kotatsu and the heater can't fix. Alright, boss, you're not very good with cold, are you? You know it. Didn't bring your jacket here, either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist, I have this hoodie from some time ago when it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap. Right. Wait, where did you get this one? I don't know. Some flea market ages ago? Why? Nothing. It's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use? It just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want. I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough. 17 plus how much? 17 plus, I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright. Let me go change it to something more comfortable. Take your time. Hey, 4. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mass of black fur glaring in my general direction. Oh, that's just 4. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly, though. Just give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat. They usually have green. Yeah, weird, huh? First I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. Ah, I see. What? Good old Bosco. Kept intruders away better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What, me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture on printed paper. So vintage. Who are these? That's, the one on the right is Lenore, my ex-girlfriend. On the left is Gabrielle, her sister. Huh, is this pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from 3 to 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27, what did you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. That was recent because you don't usually see people displaying pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed and framed one. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitate a bit when calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. and me storming out of her house, breaking a couple things on the way out. Never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away. Haven't said a word since. Really? It's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why ever pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me. About missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side. Using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs. Putting your head in their chests, listening to their breathing as they pet your head. Dozing off knowing they're there watching you, protecting you. Oh no, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's this fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? It's like an but it's nothing. Nothing! Now please give that to me. Lope. Alright. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Guide me. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. But that beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? Drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one is more of Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Don't know, it doesn't taste like a lighter to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid used at the bar again? Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol. Nutriogenic dichometrical lidogenol. That's made up. It's made up. Just so everyone's clear, that is made up. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effects of pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. And the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep. Here it is near the end. NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch. It serves as a stabilizer, if I remember correctly. They need it for packaged drinks. I see, and I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friends works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? Dunno. With being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had any doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Jill are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only anyway. That's good to know. A side note, it surprised me you kept that poster of me in the room. And even more, that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why did it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. Still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't really know. Thought it was funny, too. Guess it's like if someone gave you, dunno, a dildo-shaped trophy or something, and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although no one comes here anyway, so it's kind of pointless. What? No steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think. And I'd rather not talk about what happened then. Someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can go dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. Different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. A not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. That's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy. Did you just call me dildo face? That's what friends are for. Hey boss, be honest with me here. About what? Who's Jill exactly? What do you mean? You know what I mean. Who the fuck is he? Oh yeah, that. Well, I have a couple of ideas. I know for certain that Jill was in the Hong Kong riots. He took part in the anti-riot force before defecting. That should give me a clue as to who he is, but... So far I've only found out about one such defector, and he didn't leave Hong Kong for at least 4 years. I also know for certain that Jill was in England and France during that time frame. And it's always like that, when I think I have a clue as to who he is. Something else comes up that contradicts the evidence. That guy's troublesome. A bit, yeah. I wonder if Jill's alright. You worried about him? You make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. It can be hard to read. I wouldn't worry about Jill so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell pepper. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic to or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drinks for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really, really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always kept an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that desperate so easily. I see. You made the bar more lively yourself, you know? How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker. I can't remember her name. Alma? I was gonna say Armitage. She's a nice girl, you know? I don't think she's young enough to be called a girl. Says the girl who's eternally 17. In any case, she's really lovely. When you hear her speak of her family, she speaks with such love. Her face just brightens up. It makes me kind of jealous that she has such a close relationship with them, to be honest. You have bad relations with your family? Not bad, but I'm not exactly close to anyone aside from my mom, dad, and aunt. Back to Alma. I'm really hoping she finds a nice guy to settle with. I mean, she's so bent into finding one, I can't help but want her to succeed. Ah, I see. It's also that sex worker robot girl. Ah, Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen lots of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather she takes it with such childish excitement. I kind of noticed that too, but then again, Lilum can be weird. You think? Lilum operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fear of mortality. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't attained human-like emotions like fear or love, but they are different. Like a different culture, if you must. I didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Lilum get positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in a meaningful or challenging social interaction. Interesting. The name Lilum is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilum doesn't convey the image of autons. So just that bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bot is akin to calling them retarded, and doll is like calling them fake. Thank you for the advice? That aside, do you know why they're called Lilum? As far as I know, because they all come from a bigger AI called Lilith. And Lilum are Lilith's offspring in Jewish folklore. Oh, cool. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See, like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything, from the dolls to the costumes to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. Saw a couple of episodes once. They were really nice. It was beyond nice. The show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invited enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Julianne was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kids show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Well, you got excited there. And that is the problem. Back then, I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs just like her. I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's besides the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school. And what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They went out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules, I always hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show mocking me. Anyways, every time someone calls me Julianne or Jules, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. I never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. There's nothing wrong with it, though. It's actually kind of reasonable. Hello? Hello? That was weird. I have no idea what that was. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? I was a toddler. I was the kind to always fight with kids bigger than me. Then puberty happened, and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkwad. By the time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was, and went on to become who I am today. The less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. So, Jill, what kind of guy was your grandpa? He was rough around the edges, the kind of guy that means well even if he says otherwise. He seemed to have a soft spot for me, though. One moment he was congratulating my dad by berating him a little. And the next he was playing with me. My dad worked a lot and my mom was always traveling, so I spent most of my childhood with him. Can I ask how he died? Out of old age. My dad says his last words were something like, "Fucking scientists created talking mannequins, but they still can't let you upload your brain." Why the question? I'm curious about you. I'm really curious. I just realized that even though we see each other almost every day, I know very little about you. Oh. Once you tell me, though, seems your grandpa's personality rubbed off on you a bit. I've heard that one since I was a kid, actually. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyways, I have this friend I've known for a long time. A red-headed, glasses-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She's managing a bar too. I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RV Anna. And if you thought this city was dangerous, Nirvana. You should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. Anne means it's an annex to another business. What else does she do there? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened Van B in the hotel instead. Weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy rich tourists that go to the hotel. So that bar is her woman cave. Woman cave? That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometime. Wait, you were in the what? I've done lots of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyways, aside from you, Jill, my sis, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there are a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college, I went out a lot. But I felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Jill, my closest friends since moving here is Alma. Oh, and Dorothy. I mean, sure, there's always 4, but that cat's a hermit that refuses to go out. And you know, he's a cat. Hey, a cat's fine too, you know? Hey boss, what will you do when the bar closes? Oh no. Maybe I'll take a friend's offer of working with her. I was also thinking about going back home and helping with things there. Or maybe going traveling for a while. I see. Oh, but don't worry. Bureaucracy's slow as fuck, so they won't close the bar for quite a while. Probably enjoy being there while you can. Yeah, maybe. You'll be visiting me in whatever bar I end up working in? I have a bone to pick with the guy that supervises the bar I'm planning to get you transferred to. I go there even though I have virtually no reason to. With you there, I'd have something pleasant to look forward to. You're sending me to someone you have problems with? If I have to trust another bar owner, it's certainly him. He's actually a pleasant boss from what I've seen. The fact that he and I have a tendency to go at each other's throats is an unrelated matter. I'll trust you on that one then. Don't worry, maybe I can get you a bracelet made out of wood pieces from the bar's counter or something. We'll see. Hey, I'll tell you what. When the bar closes, let's both take a vacation. Go on a trip. That'll clear your mind a bit. Yeah, maybe. Snowing. Oh, we finished chapter 1. This game is longer than I thought it was. Alright, well. I have to run errands, so we're gonna unlock this. We're gonna save. Here we go. And we're gonna say bye-bye. Bye-bye.